What is going on, world? What's up, everyone? It's Zero here. Today I'm bringing you guys a brand new Starcraft 2 video. This one is between two players on the WCS Pro circuit, spawning here in the top left-hand corner of Parasite LE, playing with the red Zerg pieces. We have a player who's down and wants to try to get back into this series. His name is Denver. And his opponent spawning in the cross position, playing with the blue Terran pieces. He's currently up in this series and has been showing us why he is one of the best Terran players on the WCS. His name is uThermaL. So guys and girls, you guys can check out all of these games, guys, on the YouTube channel. And I hope you guys will, because, you know, I got to admit, you know, watching these games and just trying to analyze them, and you know, a lot of these players, you know, have these builds that you, some of you should definitely check out if you're trying to grind up the ladder. You know, some of these players go for some very interesting builds that you might want to try. Obviously, these are pro players on the WCS circuit, and that, of course, you know, is it in and of itself a you know, a big ordeal. So you may want to just kind of see from the production tab when you know, a lot of the timings of certain unit compositions that these players go with, and this series has been nothing shy of a little bit of everything. Let's put it that way. We've had a little bit of cheese. We've had those macro focus games, and we've had you know, even some games that may have ended a little bit too early, to say the least. So in this game, we'll see what both players decide to do here. Denver has decided to go for the hatch gas pool opening, and on the opposite side, it looks like uThermaL's gone with the barracks into the refinery, and then into the orbital command, and now into the natural command center. So nothing out of the ordinary, at least at this point in the game, guys. Not seeing anything too out of the ordinary. There is going to be the Zergling speed upgrades going to be coming. A couple of Queens are going to be coming out as well. And you've got a Reaper coming across the map here. I'm going to try to get probably some scouting information, maybe see if it can do a little bit of some damage here at the earlier stages of the game. With some good micro, can go ahead and get a couple of those Zerglings. Does look like uThermaL, his micro has been on point this entire series. But all that being said and done, nothing too crazy as of yet. It does look like we've got a command center here that's also a very fast third command center. And guys, I gotta say, that is greedy. And right now, Denver is moving towards this direction. And I think, guys, he might very well find out about this command center. This is a greedy build from uThermaL. And it does look like Denver's decided to go with that third hatchery. But when Denver finds out about this, which he's going to find out here shortly, I would assume, if he keeps moving that Overlord a little bit forward, he's going to find out that there is a very fast command center. Now, what uThermaL will tend to do is he's not going to fly it over necessarily to the third base minerals. He'll start by getting some more and more SCVs. It pumps out double the SCVs, obviously. And that really helps out with your, of course, your economy. Going to go ahead and get that orbital command as quickly as possible as well. And it looks like Denver's starting to try to spread the creep here onto, you know, onto that third base hatchery. Looks like the Baneley Nest is going to be coming up here, and he's getting a lot of queens. I really like that. It really is good for that defense, I feel. Really, really important to have a lot of queens out, especially, you know, later stages of the game with the diffuses and such. That can be very, very helpful. So all that said and done, nothing too out of the ordinary. We are going to get a Banshee coming out here. And then, of course, we're going to get the factory put onto the tech lab here. So it looks like there's quite a number of Hellions right now, and then of course you also have this Banshee out. So I'm wondering if what the what is uThermaL kind of thinking here as far as, you know, is he just going to start putting on some more aggression on his opponent, or is he probably just going to kind of stick with a macro focus game here? It looks like he very well might get a little bit aggressive once again. Going for the lair right now is Denver. And very shortly here, it looks like those +1/+1 upgrades are going to be coming out of Denver's evolution chambers as well. So going ahead, getting those upgrades. Both players are getting their +1/+1 upgrades for their ground-based units. And right now, Denver is feeling really good about himself. He's going for a 4th base right now at this stage of the game. He must have seen that there was that very quick 3rd base. And now it does seem like with that 3rd base down, it looks like there is going to be a siege tank out, and Denver has decided to, you know, maybe start playing a little bit, you know, aggressive here, and you know, just start trying to see if he can, you know, get some wiggle room here. Banshee is going to scout out this 4th base location here, and I wonder if this is going to trigger a push here shortly for our Terran player. It very well could, because uThermaL now is going to know that Denver is going to have a substantial, you know, economy lead here very, very shortly. So he's going to have to be kind of aware of that. And then you got the roly-poly upgrade coming. Burrow is here. Some of those Zerglings are going to get taken out for free by those Hellions. A macro hatchery is going to be in the main base location here for Denver. So Denver's really trying to just macro up a massive, massive economy right now, and then probably eventually move into, of course, just a solid army, and just eventually take over uThermaL side of the map. Does look like, you know, those +1/+1 upgrades are going to be finishing up here very shortly for uThermaL. I'm wondering if this is going to, if he's possibly going to go for a push shortly after those upgrades do complete here. But all that being said and done, guys, both players really giving each other a lot of respect. There is going to be some drop play here with for uThermaL now. Going to be a, you know, a handful of Marines that are going to start moving here, probably to start taking out some of the creep spread, and it looks like, just like that, Denver is on top of it, sniffed it out very, very quickly. Some Banelings and a couple of Zerglings are down near this corner, and I'm wondering if our Zerg player is going to go for a push here, maybe after these +2/+2 upgrades finish up. We also have the Overlord speed coming up here, as well as some more and more Hydras. There are some, of course, there's going to be a hit squad of some of these Marines here that are going to try to clear up as much of this creep spread as possible. But all that said and done, nothing completely, you know, out of the ordinary as of yet, or nothing too devastating by either player. But as we move into the later stages of this game, it looks like the Infestation Pit's going to be coming up for Denver. He's probably going to go for those higher tier Hive units relatively soon. I'm wondering if he's going to go into Broodlords or Ultralisks. Will be interesting to say the least. But at the same time, uThermaL is certainly, I mean, he's building a massive force right now. And you know, a big economy as well. You know, he's got the upgrades coming up. +2/+2 is going to be finishing up here very, very shortly. I mean, both players are kind of, you know, just maxing out, essentially. I mean, is really what's going on here. It looks like there's a lot of Zerglings on the production tab right now for Denver. So I'm wondering if this is going to be Denver pushing across the map here very, very shortly, as uThermaL is starting to move out. And my God, he's got a pretty big army too. And when these two armies clash, it's going to all come down to the engagement here. And it looks like Denver's got a couple of Banelings and Zerglings that are just hiding over here, getting ready to possibly go for the surround here on all of these Zerg units, trying to clear out as much of this creep spread as possible. And those Banelings do take out a bunch of those units. But at the same time, there is a run by, which is what Denver is so good at. He's moving into the natural expansion, the third base expansion with all of these Zerglings. Absolutely brilliant push here. And now this is going to possibly force an all-in here by uThermaL, whose supply is absolutely plummeting right now. More and more of these Banelings are going to be coming up here. It looks like possibly our Terran player is going to try to get as many kills as possible. He has a lot of siege tanks still out, though. The surround is starting to be set up here, and I wonder, is there going to be enough here for our Terran player to hold on? It looks like Denver is moving in here with all that he's got. These Banelings are rolling in, and GG is called, and Denver wins this game in convincing fashion. I hope you guys did enjoy this game between Denver and uThermaL, and if you guys did, leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, stay positive, and as always, I will see you guys all in the next one. Peace.